It runs in my veins. It lives in my soul. It drives me, pushes me to my limits. The need, the desire has been a part of me my whole life. Nothing drives me more than chasing wild game with my bow.
Canada Hunts is brought to you by Babin Service Center, Fab Tech Industries, Orham's Birchview Manor, Paul d'Entremont Marine, Cabela's Canada, Chilliwack Dart and Tackle, Chilliwack Pro Auto Care, Fuel X Energy, GA Checkpoint Yamaha, J. Martin Taxidermy, Legacy Sports International, O'Connor RV, Rob Graham Trucking, Sumas Meats, Wilson M. Beck Insurance Services.
Hunting is an investment of time, will, endurance, and stamina. My dad has taught me to respect the game I pursue and has instilled this way of life in me forever. Growing up, I couldn't help but indulge myself in every aspect as I could. Whether it was sitting in the tree stand with my dad, to recovering his deer, or shooting my bow, I was inspired to want to accomplish the same things as my dad. Over the years, I have watched and listened to his ways. My dad's ability to observe and adapt animals' behaviors and his mass amount of respect for the game has made me strive to be the best hunter I can be. Having harvested 2 turkeys, one of them being number 3 in Ontario, a 400-pound Pope and Young black bear, and a buck all taken with my compound by the age of 13, my addiction had been fed in ways unimaginable. My dad by my side on each hunt, showing me his one-of-a-kind ways and guiding me through each movement. I was even more eager to learn the tactics and techniques to become the best hunter I could be. From then on, I have fully immersed myself in every aspect of hunting season and have gained a mass amount of respect for the quarry that I pursue. We all have that one season that we anticipate all year. You literally live for it. It consumes you. Your head begins to quickly overwhelm with thoughts of successes and losses of previous seasons. You begin to focus on every detail pertaining to that season. Every waking moment you have is now dedicated to that season. Each season brings different excitements, challenges, and anticipations. Whitetail season holds a special place in my heart. My first bow kill with my dad, -30, last day of the season. From that day on, I have been after King of the Woods. And this year, I finally had my chance at my dream buck. There's something about following a big old buck that's educated and mastered the forest. This buck has spent its lifetime patterning and adapting, built to rely on all its senses and to outwit any threats. This buck is the ultimate king of the woods. One of the most important things to remember hunting a whitetail deer is that your season doesn't start opening day. Preparing, scouting, setting up food plots, and locking down your big buck begins months prior to the season. Look for pinch points, funnels, and bottlenecks in areas that have food and water and lots of cover. A lot of times here in Ontario, we have to hunt on small parcels of land in early season bush. As soon as the leaves drop, the deer move on to thicker and denser bush where a lot of times it's unhuntable. Setting up our stands and blinds months prior to the season will allow the deer to adapt and get comfortable. And placing your tree stand in the same tree year after year will only educate those big bucks. It's crucial to set up your tree stands and ground blinds pre-season. Imagine you walked into your house and seen a big couch sitting in the middle of your hallway. You would notice right away. Animals are the same. Along with understanding pinch points, activity, moon phases, and wind direction, baiting is necessary for population management. If you have access, find a cornfield that is neighboring to a soybean field. Otherwise, putting out corn, apples, acorns, or setting up a food plot is all beneficial. Passing up game only helps educate yourself and become a better hunter, allowing you the chance to pattern and adapt to animals' behaviors, allowing for mistakes when it doesn't quite count as much as when you're giant standing in front of you, learning what you can and can't get away with. Deer's sense of smell can be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 times more accurate than a human's. They have thousands of sensitive receptors in their nostrils, which they use to sort up to 6 smells at once. A deer's survival relies on their nose. The senses that they smell play a huge part in their decision-making. Scent control can make or break your hunt. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to eliminate our scent completely. The animal is going to smell you no matter what. The point is to trick the animal into thinking you weren't there today, but maybe yesterday or the day before. Using scents and attractants can also be extremely beneficial to a hunt, especially a late season hunt, not just during the rut. I'm talking when the peak rut is over and there's only a couple of weeks left of the season. At this point in the season, though most does have been bred, bucks will still be on the lookout for estrus does during this time frame. Young bucks and the majority of the does that have been bred will start transitioning towards winter habits, focusing on thermal cover and feeding areas to build their bodies back up from the stressful rut period. It's the mature bucks that have the experience that know that there will still be some does that are needing to be bred. Knowing as much as possible about your target buck and patterning the deer's movements and behaviors months prior to the season will only add to your success. Cellular trail cameras send photos right to your phone, allowing you to keep tabs on game activity all day and all night, giving you intel as to when he makes daylight appearances, if it coordinates with moon phases or with weather conditions. all season as a whitetail hunter, you hope for falling snow and colder temperatures to get those deer moving. Being a bow hunter offers many challenges within itself. To prevent any restrictions that I can, I limit myself from wearing anything bulky. Face masks can especially get in the way, which is why I often use face paint, allowing for optimal coverage and doesn't affect your shot. When using face paint, you want to cover all areas that are highlighted, like your cheekbones, chin, nose, and forehead. When you wake up with 2 weeks left of the season to see a complete whiteout, your heart pounds and you know you need to get in the stand. My dad and I bring my grandpa's Crocs on each one of our hunts as good luck. I always know my grandpa is watching over me, and today I had no idea it was going to be a hunt like no other. The first afternoon brought non-stop deer activity. It was at 4:35 that I watched the tall tines of my dream deer approach my stand and continued to stand head on to me for 25 minutes, 20 yards away, until dark fell upon us. The next day brought ice rain and more snow. Again, I knew this was prime hunting conditions and I had to get in my stand. The heavy snowfall the previous day had the deer feeding all night and went through all of the corn. I carried in a bag with me that afternoon and somehow along the way turned my camera on in my pocket. When arriving to my stand and noticing my dead battery, I had a feeling that tonight was probably going to be the night, because that's just the way it happens. Hunting is full of struggles, and every time you step foot into the bush, you learn something new. Today, I learned to always have 2 batteries on hand, because when you have the opportunity of a lifetime to send an arrow through your dream buck, you're gonna take it, camera or not. There is no feeling like watching the rack of a beast make its way through the bush, hoping with every step taken that it's gonna be the night I've waited my whole life for. I could hear my dad in my head.
Okay, he's coming in now.
Though he wasn't in the stand with me, I couldn't have done it without him.
Stay calm, take a deep breath.
His knowledge, guidance, and wisdom led me through that moment just as he was there with me.
Okay, whenever you're ready, Paige. You got him. You got it.
Oh my gosh. Ever since I was a little girl, I can remember helping my dad recover his deer. And before I could hunt, I've always dreamed of harvesting a buck like this. After following a heavy blood trail for about 20 yards into extreme thick brush, and nightfall quickly approaching, I knew the best thing to do was to back out for the night and come back in the early morning. It was going to be a long, restless night. Time is the most important thing you can put into something. How much time are you willing to spend? Hunting is a testament of time. There is no guarantee. And it's funny how something that requires nothing but time makes time stand still. It slows down, and it's when I'm lost in that moment, I'm reassured of my purpose. This is what I was born to do. And the more time I spend in the great outdoors, the clearer my purpose is. I just want to say thank you, Dad, for giving me all the time to help me understand, respect, and embrace this way of life, and showing me that time spent together is what the hunt is all about. My season doesn't just begin or end with the hunt. Growing up, my bus would drop me off at my dad's work, advanced taxidermy for the afternoon, and I now spend my days at the shop working on clients' pieces from all around the world, dreaming of the day I'm able to experience it for my own. To be able to show respect to the animal in ways that most cannot relate to is rewarding on levels that are unexplainable. From creating a shoulder mount or decorating a skull to be hung on the wall, the artistry behind it all fascinates me, and I can't help but completely indulge myself in it all. When caping a deer for a full shoulder mount or pedestal, always keep in mind you can never give your taxidermist too much skin, but you can definitely give them too little. And never cut up the front of the neck or slit the throat. Your taxidermist needs the full brisket and armpit skin, so do not cut in front of the legs. Start removing the cape from the carcass by carefully cutting it free by slightly pulling on the hide while cutting the skin tissue that holds it to the meat. Work the hide off evenly as you go down, trying your best to not make any holes in the skin. This process would be similar to inverting a shirt up over your head. Before removing the head, this is where you can take some accurate measurements for your taxidermist if needed. Keep your cape cool and get it to the taxidermist as soon as you can. This is as pure and organic as it gets. There are no recalls on the meat I eat. And there is something so satisfying about harvesting, recovering, processing, and butchering your own food. To know exactly where it came from and whose hands touched it. From forest to table, these are meals with memories.
Canada Hunts is brought to you by Babin Service Center, Fab Tech Industries, Orem's Birchview Manor, Paul d'Entremont Marine, Cabela's Canada, Chilliwack Dart and Tackle, Chilliwack Pro Auto Care, Fuel X Energy, GA Checkpoint Yamaha, J. Martin Taxidermy, Legacy Sports International, O'Connor RV, Rob Graham Trucking, Sumas Meats, Wilson M. Beck Insurance Services.